Hey, this is Ramon, Channels Alpha 4, and I had to address this. I get these little updates and newsletters and crap, and it's always about workout stuff. And I want to talk about my approach to personal training. Now, to do that, I have to give you a little background. But first, let me tell you what this is. Okay, so this is how to do a squat set, your 30-day one, your 30-day progress to squats and push-ups and sit-ups and all that kind of stuff. And in all the recommendations here, the women have to do half as many reps and do half as much weight. I don't get it. Okay, so I've been training myself since I was 12. Okay, I've been working out, martial arts, weightlifting. In about the year 2005, 2004 to the year 2010, I was a personal trainer. I was a little bit bigger than I am now, had a little bit more gut than I do now, and I trained, for every one guy that I trained two women. So I trained mostly women. Because I was doing it as a part-time job, separate from my normal job, I would be maybe the max customers I would have at any given time would be about 7. So you can figure out the math there. I've helped multiple women lose more than 100 pounds. And I've helped people who were, let's call them victims. I've taught people who were bullied or picked on or had trouble with harassment, and I've helped them learn to defend themselves with people twice their size. Okay, so I've taken someone who maybe was in a domestic situation, and I've helped them take on someone who's larger than them, show them how to defend themselves over someone larger. And not just in a theoretical, like, here's how you do the moves. No, like, I've helped them spar, I've helped them compete, I've held and gone to events where they're mixed, male and female mixed events, where there are no weight classes, and my fighters have won. Okay, I've done that. I've seen it personally. That's real. I myself, when I was fighting, like to fight people larger than me. So I know that's possible. Why am I bringing this up? When I train my female clients, I don't take a wholly different approach than my male clients. I adjust for their goals, and I adjust for their current physical fitness state. Whatever their current state of health is, I adjust for that. So if someone's generally healthy or active, I'll take them and I'll learn I'll test them out for the first week after I give them a sample week. On their first week of pain, I go and I get their 1 rep max. And then depending on their goals, whether it's hypertrophy, whether it's weight loss, whether it's strength, we either do a 90%, we either go at 90% for 5 sets of 5, we go for basically 70, let's say 75, 80% for 3 sets or 4 sets of 10, or we'll go to 50 to 60% for 3 to 4 sets of 20. Okay, and the exercise regime will be for the high end. It'll be like 5 exercises for the people who are trying to get big. For the mid, it'll be like 12. For the people who are just trying to lose weight or tone, it'll be like maybe 15 to 20 exercises per session. Okay. For the martial arts people, we start off with cardio. We do a cardio warm up for like 5 to 10 minutes. Then we go and we do an hour worth of martial arts training, and then we'll do, at the tail end, we'll do 30 minutes of weights. For those who are training for weight loss or training for endurance type stuff, we'll do 30 minutes of cardio followed by 30 minutes of weights. For those who are training for weightlifting or for bodybuilding or for just general strength purposes, it'll be an hour of weights and then 15-minute warm-up, which will usually be yoga, and then a 15-minute cardio cool down, which will be either boxing or some other type like that. And depending on the type of martial art or sparring focus, no matter what type of martial arts I'm training, I try to have one day that's a sparring day where the students in my classes don't usually have more than 5 students, will spar each other. They're a pair off. And somebody, because there's always an uneven number, someone gets to spar with the teacher. And it's always fun to do that and have someone that I can show examples with of what we're looking for, whether we're doing offense, defense spars, whether we're doing full spars with full contact, depending on what kind of work we're doing that day. But here's what I never do. I never have the female clients do half the amount of work as my male clients. If the class is starting off at the same strength level, and remember my classes are small, so they usually are, they're usually friends, so they're all in about roughly the same shape. If we're starting off with people who are completely out of shape, then we just start off with the bar. Then we just start off with 1 push-up. 1. And every day we add another one until we get to 20. And then from 20, maybe we'll either cut it in half and we'll go 2 sets of 10 and build that up to 15. And then when that gets to 15, then we'll go to 3 sets of 20. If that's what we're doing a calisthenic progressive program. If we're doing weights, again, if there's no strength to begin with, we just start off with the bar. We start off with 5 pounds and we build up by 5 pounds every time they get to their new goal. So if our goal, let's say, is 5 sets of 5, if you can get to 6 reps on that last set, then we go up in weight. If on the other hand, we're doing a more less audio regulated and more progressive overload regulated, where we're just going, okay, so this week we're going to go 5 pounds and the next week we're going to add another 5 pounds. We're just going to keep building 5 pounds continuously, then we do that. If we're looking for symmetry, okay, by someone who's already strong, then we see which antagonistic muscle is weaker and we drop down to that weight. So let's say they can bench press 200 pounds, but they can only row 100 pounds. Well, then we're dropping both to 100 so that way they can get the symmetry and get the size up. And then they build up as the row builds up, the chest will build up, and eventually those muscles balance out. But I don't take someone and tell them they can only do something half as strong or half as well as another client. And especially with my one-on-one sessions, I don't tell my female clients to give me girly push-ups. I just have them do push-ups. I don't tell my weaker clients to give me kipping pull-ups. I just have them do pull-ups. Not everybody has the genetics to look like a supermodel. Not everybody has the genetics to look like a champion bodybuilder. But everybody, because they're alive, has the ability to get stronger. It doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. If you're weak, you can get stronger. And if you're already strong, you can increase your strength and increase and improve your form and improve your ability. Okay? If you're slow, you can get faster. If you're out of shape, you can build your endurance. But you don't get there by giving you half the work. Are the top male athletes faster than most of the female athletes? Sure. Are the top male bodybuilders stronger than most of the female bodybuilders? Sure. But they're also stronger than the average guy. And when you're starting a base of strength, when you're starting a base of skill, of ability, you don't start it off with half. You have them both do the same amount of push-ups. You have them do it both the correct way. And if she wants to get stronger, she will learn, she will be dedicated, and she will accomplish these things. It doesn't take someone, it's not impossible for someone to do these things. It doesn't take more than what someone has to do these things. Women can do regular push-ups. Women can run just as far as a guy. If you train them weaker, they will be weaker. If you train them the same, then they will grow at roughly the same pace, and depending on where their genetics and where their hormones taper off, then at the high end of their performance, then someone will plateau and someone will continue going until their plateau is much higher. Now, there are genetic limits, there are mathematical limits, I get that. But the potential from the beginning cannot be cut short. You're never going to see how strong someone can be if you're always cutting them in half. Give the girl 20 real push-ups to do. Give the woman 10 real pull-ups to do. She will get them done. The guy is going to struggle to get these done. The new client is going to struggle. When I have new clients, I go through the same exact conversation every time. With the girls 90% of the time, and with the women 90% of the time, I have to tell them it's okay to hit. I have to tell them it's okay to be strong. I got to tell them you're not going to become masculine. You're not going to look like a guy if you start weightlifting. If you start getting stronger, you're not going to have manly muscles. You need testosterone, and you need a stronger balance of that than estrogen for that to happen. And most of them don't get that at first. You have to convince them. With the men, it's the opposite. The men come in and they want to overpower. They want to hit as hard as they can. They want to open up when they fight. You got to teach them finesse. You got to teach them to embrace the feminine. This is the yin and yang thing. But on both ends of the spectrum, what they're missing is the other half. So a woman can build and get stronger if you let them. And a guy can learn self-control if you let them. But you have to let them. You can't start them off by assuming, just because of their gender and sex, that they're incapable of one half of an exercise. They're capable of both. Peace, like, and subscribe.